Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today, we're talking about something pretty much all of us love, our local parks. But we're looking at them through a new lens, how a little bit of smart tech is about to totally change the game for them. You know the scene, right? It's that perfect sunny afternoon. You see kids on the swings, families spread out on picnic blankets, maybe a few joggers getting their miles in. That's the park we all have in our heads. It's the heart of the community. But what about the stuff we don't see? Behind that perfect picture, there's a whole other story. Park managers are basically fighting this nonstop battle against problems that pop up when no one's around, and these are the kinds of issues that can ruin the experience for all of us. Not to mention, they cost a ton of money to clean up. And this really gets to the heart of it. It's about a huge shift in thinking. See, right now, most parks are reactive. A trash can gets full, nothing happens until someone calls and complains. Some graffiti shows up, a crew gets sent out after the fact. It's always a step behind. But a smart park? It's proactive. It's about getting ahead of the problems, stopping them before they even start. That means everything runs smoother, and we all feel better about our public spaces. Okay, so before we can really appreciate the solution, we've got to get specific about the problems. Let's dig into the exact challenges that this smart tech is built to solve. And here they are, a pretty familiar list for a lot of communities. We've got illegal dumping, which is just infuriating. Overflowing bins, we've all seen those. But then you get into the more serious stuff, vandalism, people breaking in at night, even loitering that makes people feel unsafe. And then there are the big logistical headaches, like trying to manage huge crowds for a festival, or the absolute nightmare scenario of trying to find a lost kid. These are the problems a smart system has to be able to handle. Okay, so we've laid out the problems. Now for the fun part, the solution. This is where we make that jump I was talking about, from being one step behind to getting way out in front of these issues. So the whole solution boils down to a system that can do three key things. First, it can see what's actually happening using data. Second, it can understand the why behind it all, the patterns. And finally, it can act on that knowledge. Think of it like climbing a ladder of insight. And here is that ladder. It all starts at the bottom. You have to know what problem you're trying to solve. Then you build your foundation. That means gathering the right data. Once you have that, you can start climbing. You can see what's going on, then figure out why it's going on. Then you can even start to predict what's going to happen next. And at the very top, you get to decide what to do about it. So let's take a climb up this thing together, step by step. All right, first step. We're at the bottom of the ladder. This is all about building a solid foundation. You can't have a smart anything without good data. It's like giving the park a set of eyes and ears. So the first piece of the puzzle is something called IoT sensors. I know, Internet of Things sounds complicated, but don't worry, it's really not. We're just talking about small, connected gadgets. Think of a tiny sensor inside a trash can that just pings a message when it's almost full, or a simple motion detector on a gate that flags any movement after the park is closed. It's simple data, but it's incredibly powerful. The other part of this foundation is AI video analytics. Now, these are not your grandpa's security cameras, okay? These are cameras with a brain. They can be taught to automatically spot specific things. Like, they can tell the difference between a car just driving by and a car that stops to illegally dump a mattress. It can even read the license plate. Or it can count how many people are in a field to see if it's getting too crowded. It's pretty amazing stuff. So, okay, the park has sensors, it has smart cameras, and they're all collecting mountains of data. So what? What does a park manager actually do with all that? How does it go from being just a bunch of numbers to something genuinely useful? Well, it looks like this, a simple, real-time dashboard. This is that next rung on our ladder, the descriptive part. It takes all that raw data and turns it into plain English. So instead of a stream of code, a manager gets a clear alert, illegal dumping detected in Zone C, boom. Or, hey, 85% of the bins are full, time to send a truck. Or that critical alert at 2:15 in the morning, motion detected at the East Gate. It's knowing what's happening right as it happens. Okay, so now we can see what's happening in real time. That's a huge step. But now we're going to climb even higher up that ladder. We're moving beyond just watching what's happening into making some seriously smart decisions based on that data. This next rung is the diagnostic step. This is all about understanding the why. The system starts to connect the dots on its own. It's not just seeing vandalism reports. It's noticing, hey, wait a minute, these vandalism alerts, they're not random. They're almost always on a Friday night, and they're always near the east entrance where the lights are out. See? It's finding the root cause of the problem. And once you know the why, you can start to predict the what's next. That brings us to the predictive layer. The system knows the pattern now, so it can actually look into the future, so to speak. It can send out an alert that says something like, just a heads up, it's Friday. Based on everything we've seen, there's a really high chance of vandalism at the east entrance tonight. This is a game changer, because now you can get ready before anything even happens. And that brings us to the very top of the ladder, prescriptive action. This is where the system doesn't just predict a problem, it tells you what to do about it. An automatic alert goes straight to the security team's phones. Increase patrols at the east entrance tonight. It's not just a guess, it's the right action in the right place at the exact right time. Proactive, not reactive.
So we've gone all the way up this tech ladder. That's great, but let's bring it back down to what really matters. What does all this actually mean for you and me when we just want to take our family to the park on a Saturday?
Well, the benefits are very real. It means the park is just safer for you and your kids. It means it's cleaner because that illegal dumping gets stopped in its tracks and the trash cans actually get emptied on time. It means less ugly graffiti to look at. It means when you go to that summer concert, the crowds are handled better. And behind it all, it means our city is using its money and its people way more efficiently. You know, this quote really nails it. A park is so much more than just some grass and trees. When a park is safe, when it's clean, when it's well taken care of, that says something about the city. It shows a real commitment to everyone's quality of life. So there you have it, the smart park. And it really makes you think, doesn't it? If we can bring this kind of smart, proactive thinking to our parks, what else could we do? Imagine this for our traffic, our public transport, our entire city. The possibilities are pretty incredible. Thanks for joining me.